putting herself to end the day. So Penny tries to quit many times before she keeps him around. Her own therapist, Elliot, worries that she's becoming too attached to Tony and is getting a vicarious thrill out of treating Boston. He warns her that the therapy is supposed to be for him, not for her.
Tengo poca munición. ¡Bien!
The
¡Una
confrontation
dotación!
between them
Por fin, un pago justo por mis molestias.
Their relationship is pushed to the limit in the episode of Only is the Mark. While walking to a car late at night, Melfi is attacked and raped in his apartment. The man is caught, but due to his brutality, he's let go by the police. Melfi is enraged by lack of justice. He thinks about Tony Cohen, who would of course have the guy killed. During one of their sessions, she breaks down in front of Tony and almost tells him the truth. However, she stops herself in the last minute, realizing that telling him
Explotan
will
por
compromise
todas
their
partes.
professional relationship and leave her indebted to him. Their therapy continues throughout the final season. However, in the penultimate episode, Melfi learns about a psychological study that says that sociopaths cannot be helped in talk therapy, and instead actually use it to practice their emotions and become better liars. Melfi is the first injured by the suggestion that her work for the past 7 years
Que
has
siga
been
la
for nothing.
carnicería.
However, after reading the study, she comes to believe that Penny cannot change his life.
Fuck.
The final straw is when he tears a page out of one of his magazines without asking. Realizing that Tony is still getting himself with criminal blood other than Tony, she ends their relationship. We're making progress. 7 years.
Perros tacaños, denme munición.
The last time we see her, she closed the door on Tony, the exact opposite of the first shot we saw her in back in the pilot.
Suplicas como un perro.
Many fans were of course upset by the lack of resolution in this story.
Ah, mi color
For 6
favorito.
seasons, we've
Un
watched
momento.
Tony and
Ese sí.
Melfi
No me
interact with
acuerdo.
therapists. Throughout their sessions, we not only learned about Tony as a character, but also Melfi,
Espero no
about
oír
her
pronto el
family,
espantoso
her
sonido del
trauma,
clic clic.
and her growth as a character in her own right. And to see all of that end so abruptly seemed out of place. The idea of the study in Melfi's thoughts of Tony came out of a psychological conference that David Chase attended. Chase asked one of the psychologists there what she thought about the character on the show, and the psychologist responded that it was only enabling Tony to be a better person. Chase then decided that Melfi would drop Tony as a patient at the end of the series. Lorraine Bracco, the actress who played Melfi, recently revealed on Talking Sopranos that she was unhappy with the way their story ended. She felt that Melfi cared about Tony and wished that the ending of their relationship would have been more meaningful. However, Chase believes that this was a more realistic version of therapy than he intended.
Me queda poca
He
munición.
thinks that the therapy had a few moments of progress, but it's mostly an endless process that eventually ends when one party has enough. Chase himself went through therapy, and the character of Melfi was actually based on his own therapy and his experiences with her.
Una dotación.
Knowing this, it's interesting to
La
look at
acumulación
Melfi
de
and
riqueza
think
es
about
la
what David
elección del
Chase
régimen
is trying to say
capitalista.
about therapy in general.
Para
It's
ti no
clear
habrá
he's both
piedad.
fascinated with therapy and deeply critical. And many of Tony's thoughts about therapy might well have been Chase's.
Quítate de mis botas nuevas, son soviéticas.
Savings are great, but wouldn't it be better if they were on the tip? With our EV charging station, you can charge your monthly gas. Hassle-free charging from Xcel Energy. Yeah, so
Ya
true.
arde la fuerza de los camaradas soviéticos.
No.
Think of it like childhood.
Let's take the shit. It's also
Pegaste todo.
Es insistente,
Es.
como un patético
in fact, it
capitalista.
only got worse as it went on. And if Tony hasn't changed, what does that say about Melfi as a therapist? Well, before we rush to judgment about Melfi, let's examine what her impact I really was. The reason Tony begins therapy in the first place is because of his panic attacks. Over the course of the series, the rate at which he has panic attacks decreases, and the last one occurs in season 5. In fact, he has no panic attacks in the last season of the show. If we look just at this, Melfi has done her job. Tony said he
Intentan
wanted to
volver a
stop
llevarse
having the
nuestras
attacks,
almas.
and Melfi was able to help us get there by addressing the root cause of his condition. However, there are some other issues with Melfi's profession. Chief among these problems is her health. Throughout the series, her family and her own therapist urge her to drop the medication for her own good. She herself even thinks about doing so whenever he gets violent towards her, or when she just fights with the things. However, for most of the
No
series,
puedo matarlos
she
con la
refuses
mente. Necesito
to
munición.
turn,
¡Munición
lie,
máxima!
distract,
Mi arma está
fear,
repleta de
everything
balas.
besides
Pronto lo
professional effort.
estarán ustedes.
However, when she does break things off with Tony, it feels abrupt and abrasive. Tony, like many of the viewers, felt she abandoned him when he was at his most vulnerable, and
Me
did
está
so with a lack of
cansando
grace.
este repugnante jugo.
Doctor, I think what you're doing is abnormal.
Does the way she ended it and any of her other behavior make her a bad therapist? Well, though I do consider myself something of an expert on this channel, I'm definitely not an expert on therapy or mental health. While I completely talk about Melfi as a character, I don't want to make blanket statements about psychiatry in general without the knowledge to back it up. So, to that end, I've consulted with two actual professionals. Dr. Allison is a licensed clinical psychologist, and Philip Karapakis is a counselor in the UK. Both have YouTube channels where they talk about therapy. They were both gracious enough to help me out with this video. Dr. Allison is a big fan of the show and of Dr. Melfi.
Así es como se despiden los
The
rusos.
way is so patient and
Recta, perro infernal. ¡Munición máxima!
very and develop his relationship with somebody who is I think you can see
¡Odio a los replicadores!
really beautiful. So I love her character. I also think she's unendingly compassionate. You can tell she's got feelings. You can tell there are things that she really wants to do. And so I also love her but also kind of using her own reactions as therapeutic in so, you know, it's all style. Every psychologist is I love pretty dang good
One of the key takeaways I got from the conversation with her is the fact that all therapists are different. There isn't one set style of therapy, so it wouldn't be fair to compare her to any other therapist out there.
¿A alguien le sobra
In
munición?
particular, though, I want to know how she felt about a therapist upping their client, as that was the thing that bothered the viewers the most about Melfi.
And so when I watch this scene, I think I forgive her because I can no longer talking, and I think that's important that therapists is
Doble velocidad de disparo y de muerte.
I'm like, oh dang girl, you waited too long. I think she just waited. She sat on this.
Esta arma es normal, comparada con los disparates que he visto.
Probably trying to convince herself, I can do this. I don't know how to do something good. Because I think in the scene you can see her hands are a little bit more it's a little too raw. You know, as therapists, it is,
Tengo muy poca munición.
it is really normal for therapists to use their own emotional sessions. But we have to be so intentional about how we too raw. It's just a little too
La carnicería empieza ahora.
All of that was good, but Dr. Allison, like myself, is a huge fan of the show, and her opinion of Melfi is of course biased by knowing the story and all the characters. So I also consulted with Philip, who had only ever seen the first episode, which he did a blind review of on his channel. He nailed his analysis of Tony from this one view, which made me so excited to hear his thoughts on Melfi. This was his opinion that I showed him the clip of Melfi ending their relationship.
In regards to the Tony, I said that the thing, actually, the opinion, you never know why people do it. And even in understanding their opinion in the family, I don't think
Vamos por ellos, no merecen piedad.
even in that, you don't feel upset that feeling
En
for
sus
that person you
tripas,
think,
cerdos.
why are you doing it? Not your waste of time. It's that sense of what you do. You look at people around in college, those sorts of questions are
Overall, these consults helped learn a lot about therapy and psychology in
¡Corran,
general.
perros capitalistas!
However, at the end of this video, I'm still not sure how to judge Melfi, which I think is kind of the point of the show. Tony is a character who defies
¡Dios,
categorization.
cerdos!
He's one of the most complicated characters in television history. And just like me, Melfi is someone who can't give place into a box, marked good or bad. She, like all of us, has her moments of both. How we view her says more about ourselves than it does about her. So I can't definitively say if Melfi is a good therapist or not. And yes, I know that's kind of a cop-out answer for a video titled, Is Melfi a Good Therapist? But hey, the show didn't give us a definitive resolution, so why should I?
I don't think it's fucking therapy. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's a fumble.
Thanks again to Dr. Allison and Philip. Both took time out of their busy schedules to help me with this video. I've linked both of their channels in the description, and you should definitely check them out, not only for their mental health videos, but also for some awesome pop culture reactions as well. And, as always, stay tuned for more Sopranos videos coming soon. Who do you think you are, not comment?
just about any health and wellness product you need right in your pocket with the iHerb app. You kind of do. Sweet. We carry.
I entered my 30s being broke. I lost my long-term relationship.
Around 30-year-olds, Papa Mark is here to bestow wisdom. I'm 41 years old. You're in your 30s, watch this. Your body will no longer forgive you for the mistakes you got. I mean, I remember when I was in my 20s, I would go out and sleep for 2 hours, I walk, and I would get up.
Fuck!
It's basically time to It's time to wake up to reality. It's time to take your body and your health a little bit more seriously. And it's time to realize that the margin for error is slimmer. I think the biggest truth is the older you get, the more resilience
No
you
tenías
create,
ninguna
the more
oportunidad.
Parents and children don't
Puedes tocar a un
necessarily create
soviético.
problems, they just make the situation. I can't tell you how many people I've known over the years who are struggling in a relationship, rather than break up or rather than have a difficult conversation, rather than go through the ugly mess of a divorce, they double down. That's right, they get engaged. And it's not good. It's like watching one of your best friends drive a speeding car towards a brick wall in slow motion. You can wave your arms, but there's nothing you can do to stop it. One of the things that happens in your 30s is that the quality of your life will shrink and expand in proportion to how difficult of a conversation you can have with the people in your life. See, when you were young, the stakes were low. You were broke, you were by yourself, nothing really mattered. If you couldn't really address things, there wasn't
Comes.